listening on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. I'm very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Are you feeling charitable? Then smash the subscribe button and the like button, and please do follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. And welcome to Friday's edition of the dceu Daily. And today we are talking about the Batman, because I am a fan of all things DC, and I have been a big fan of Matt Reeves since his two Planet of the Apes movies. And as soon as I heard that he was going to be writing and directing the Batman, I was very, very excited and confident about what he would do. And the writer of this film, or the co-writer of this film, Mattson Tomlin, has been very vocal ever since the film was announced, and he's talking about the film again. The writer says the film explores Bruce Wayne's soul, which is very promising. Mattson Tomlin teased what fans can expect from Matt Reeves' The Batman. The co-writer on the Reeves' The Batman says the film will explore Bruce Wayne's soul, with many fans hoping to see the first full footage from Matt Reeves' The Batman at DC Fandom. His co-writer on the film, Mattson Tomlin, recently teased that this younger take on the hero allows the director to explore more of Bruce Wayne's soul. The Batman was hit with a delay on the production earlier this year thanks to the ongoing pandemic, but a report in July claimed that the shoot is eyeing a September restart date. But when Mattson Tomlin spoke to Den of Geek ahead of the Project Power Netflix series, he opened up about what drives Matt Reeves as a director, hinting what audiences can expect from the new version of the Caped Crusader. He pointed out that Reeves' previous films have always examined the souls of their characters, suggesting that it will be the same for the Batman. Tomlin also revealed that this version of Bruce is still reacting to the death of his parents when the film picks up. And that's a good thing, by the way, because that's what drives Batman. It doesn't matter if we've seen it all before. There's different takes on the same material, and that's fun, and that's great. This is what he had to say. I think that Matt Reeves, as a filmmaker, if you look at any of his work, whether or not it's Let Me In or Cloverfield or Planet of the Apes movies, he's always coming from a point of emotion. It's never the big action thing. It's always, what is this character's soul? I think that really looking at Batman as somebody who has gone through this trauma, and then everything that he's doing is then a reaction to that, rather than shy away from that. I think this film leans into that in some very fun and surprising ways. I think that's all I can say without getting yelled at. Well, I think that's brilliant, and I think that's exactly, as a Batman fan and a DC fan, and a fan of great storytelling and great character development, I think that's exactly what I want to see. I want this film to pick up with the emotion of, Bruce Wayne's parents' death, running really deep into Bruce Wayne's character. And I think, what's brilliant about all of this, the people who are involved in this film are serious filmmakers. These are not jokers. But as I said before, no pun intended using the Joker there, but I do believe that this film is going to be massive in terms of developing Batman and the Bat family. And I think this is why it's a younger Batman. They can start from scratch. They can give us their very own Selina Kyle. And all these characters can be integrated into this brand new Batman universe. Two spin-offs have already been teased for HBO Max via this very film. Again, that's very exciting for me. And I'm sure for most of you who appreciate all of DC, even though we stan Ben Affleck, we stan Michael Keaton, and we almost certainly stan Christian Bale. But new versions of legacy characters are always very interesting and intriguing and exciting. And I just can't wait to see what they're going to do with it, because I think this is a really big film for Warner Media. I think this is the one, this could be really successful. We've got the right people developing this movie, writing this movie, Matt Reeves directing this movie, Michael Giacchino's music. We've already heard some of that already. So everything that I've personally seen and heard from this movie excites me a great deal, because this is a character in the making, right? And this is a generational Batman. This is a Batman at the very beginning. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to design a suit that we're not used to seeing because this is a character in the making, as I've already said. So you can't expect him to be the character we know and love straight away. And I know people have criticised how the costume looks. If you don't get it, I can't re-educate you. If you don't want to get it because you want to hate the movie, the point is this character, this is the sentence I'm looking for, a work in progress. And I think that's brilliant. It's something we've never really seen before. I think the last time we saw this with a superhero was in Smallville, where when we first meet Clark, he hasn't got a costume. He's a teenager and he's going through these trials. And then in season 9, he's wearing the black kind of Neo costume. And then ultimately he wears the iconic red and blue. And I think this is what we're going to get here. A work in progress, so the Batmobile won't look like the Batmobile yet, but ultimately it will be the Batmobile that we're used to. By the way, I love Zack Snyder's Batmobile in BVS. It is stunning, and the way it moves and the way he directs it moving is brilliant. But this is a different director with a different vision, and we're always talking about, respecting the artistic integrity of these directors and filmmakers and storytellers. So that means we must respect what Matt Reeves is attempting to do here. And I certainly do respect that. We have got the right people developing this movie. And it doesn't matter what iteration you like. I think you should give this film a chance, because I think that Matt Reeves is one of the best writer-directors out there. And that's unquestionable. And I just think we're getting something from the very beginning that's going to span, streaming TV shows, more movies. There's a big plan with this. And, he may not even be the only Batman. Let's wait and see. It definitely looks like this is a Batman in its own universe. And I think when this project was first announced, I thought we were getting a younger Batfleck. Who knows? Wouldn't that be a surprise? And this is what DC fandom is all about, to give us the information, to fill in the blanks of what we don't know. So I'm incredibly pumped for the Batman, Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson, and this writer here, Mattson Tomlin, who has been involved with some very, very great projects. And I have full faith in all of the people developing the movie. And before I go today, I want to reiterate something. Anyone's YouTube channel should accentuate their personality, and it should be about their opinions, and there should be a room for the subscriber's opinion down in the comments. But a YouTuber should never be a sheep and should never just say yes and no just to gain more success and more subscribers. And I think that's a very dangerous game to play when you do that. I've always been very forthright about my opinions. It really doesn't matter if my opinions drive you away. That's not very important, because I know the intelligent people who subscribe to me, who stick by me no matter what I say, whether they think I'm crossing a line, whether they agree with me or disagree with me. You guys and girls have stuck with me for nearly 3 years, and I respect the people who stick with me, who are adult and intelligent enough to understand that's his opinion. Now let's let him know our opinion. This is what being a YouTuber is all about. This is what having a YouTube channel is all about. And I dig every one of my subscribers who's sticking with me. Comment down below. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with even more DCEU Daily. See you again soon.